my goodness. How about this as a storyline, alright? You come in, you're a super OU fan. You grew up wearing the Crimson and Cream, even though my boy Baker Mayfield grew up in Austin, alright? But he grew up an OU fan, so we're going to let him get away with that. So he knows what Sooner Magic and all that good stuff means. So now he takes it. He has a Sooner Magic moment in his own right. Down 17-0. And he does it in SEC country. And guess who was there to see the whole thing? What a great, great, great experience for myself. Never been to an SEC stadium. Tennessee is huge. The fans are great. By the way, what makes it even better is, like I said, my boy Baker shows up and gets a big-time victory for Oklahoma and keeps us in the national championship hunt as Sooner Magic shows up late in Knoxville, 31-24 in the double overtime victory. Alright guys, let's get this thing rolling. My name's Harry James. Let's go! Alright guys, before we get to the postgame show, I got to tell you about the vacational part of the game for me. And it was vacation time for me. We went to Graceland, Memphis, great time there. Went to Nashville. Actually, I guess it all starts with Jim Ross actually being on the same flight that I was on, which was pretty cool in its own right. So we get to do the Graceland part, get to see Elvis, do all that good stuff. Get to the Nashville part, right? Ends up being the same day that Trisha Yearwood and Garth Brooks are putting their stars on the Nashville Walk of Fame. No joke, all right? No joke there. Then you do the Knoxville part, and not only is it huge, it's great, it's a great environment, but the night before the game, we get back to the hotel, and Rick Barnes is sitting there. Rick Barnes, the former Texas head coach, great guy. Got to meet up with him for a minute, got my picture taken with him before going and experiencing what SEC football is all about. And this is what it's all about, baby. College football. And with that being said, take you to Neyland. And Neyland Stadium. Our boy Baker on the road. Statistics, passing-wise, let's see. Baker Mayfield, I guess we should go first on the road. Baker had a $187 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns, including a rushing, not to include a rushing touchdown late in overtime. Joshua Dobbs, on the other hand, Joshua Dobbs had a $125 yards, 1 rush, and 1 pass touchdown each. The rushing statistics. B-Mines, Majay P. Ryan, number 32, had 23 carries, 84 yards, did not have a rushing touchdown, did have a receiving touchdown, however. Rushing the ball, though, Jalen Hurd. You heard his name again, didn't you, Sooner fans? 14 carries, a $125, and a touchdown that came in overtime. Receiving, wise, Sterling Shepard on the road. Sterling had 5 catches for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns in the ball game. Both necessarily late, but they were 2 touchdowns. For Tennessee, Josh Smith, number 25, 4 catches, 56 yards, 0 touchdowns. Defensively, Ahmad Thomas had 11 total tackles on the night, did not force any turnovers. Jalen Reeves-Maben, 13 tackles, again 0 forced turnovers. Kicking-wise, Austin Seibert, however you call them, Sooner fans, it's all good because he is good. 1 for 1 for 35 yards for a 100% again, 35 to the long. However, Robert Stein, 1 for 2, 50%, missed a 48-yarder that would have put basically put the game out of range for Sooners. Did, however, hit a 19-yarder earlier in the game on the first drive. Punting. Austin Seibert, of course, the punter and the kicker. Kicker did great. Punting-wise, did just as good. 8 times did he punt. He averaged 43.4 carry, 2 landed inside the 20-yard line, 0 touchbacks, and 55 was his longest punt. Well, Trevor Daniel was basically the punting MVP, for Tennessee. Very good job here by Daniel, including a total of 9 punts, 50 yards on average, 3 inside the 20-yard line, and 1 touchback. 61 was his longest punt of the night. Scoring-wise, the Tennessee Volunteers here at Rocky Top right away, and with 9:51 left, Robert Stein hits the field goal that we were talking about, the 19-yard field goal, up and good. Aaron Medley. So there we go. Medley already has the Sooners Vols up 3-0. Then they double it up. Well, Josh Daniels gets a 9-yard touchdown pass to Josh Malone with a $1:56 left. 10-0 Vols. As we pass by the first quarter, it's 10-0 Tennessee. Gets even worse for the Sooners, as Joshua Dobbs, number 11, gets a 4-yard scramble, and with 12:14 left, puts the Vols up 17-0, and Sooners are saying, what are we going to do now? This is a huge, huge hole. But Austin Seibert, however you call him, cuts into that lead with a 35-yard field goal of his own with 4:56 left. It is 17-3 Sooners, however, but number 43, Austin Seibert, hits a 35-yarder as we talked about. It is 17-3 as we go to halftime. Sooners make their halftime adjustments. Tennessee makes their halftime adjustments, and nothing is done in the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, that is where that Sooner magic showed up really, really late, including 2 scores. That includes a fourth quarter score. Number 6, Baker Mayfield, a 2-yard touchdown pass to Samaje Perine with 8:20 left. 17-10 Sooner Boomers, as you start boomering and Soonering through Rocky Top. By the way, what makes this place so big is my boy Baker was able to shake her and do some bake and shake, and that was able to keep the play alive for that score. So now, there's a Tennessee punt, and now the Sooners have to score. And what do, baby? They do. Number 6, Baker Mayfield Baker the Shaker shakes him off with another 5-yard touchdown pass to the aforementioned number 3, Sterling Shepard. 40 seconds left in the ball game, and we're all knotted up at 17s. All knotted up at 17s in SEC country. Boom. So, 17-17. After a pretty decent kickoff return, Tennessee is called for a hold. So what do? They hold off till overtime. Oklahoma actually wins the toss, and they decline. They play defense. But it doesn't help, because then that's when Jalen Hurd, 8-yard touchdown run to the end zone. 24-17 Tennessee. The only 10 I see. But Baker Shaker shakes off the haters again. Actually, this one on 4th and goal. What a block here on this one, by the way, by Samaje Perine. Samaje Perine, be mine, Samaje Perine, as my buddy Toby Rowland would say. What a block on this by a sophomore running back. What a block that was, though. But it was a 1-yard option play. Baker takes it in the end zone, and we're 24-24, and we're heading to overtime numero deuce. And numero deuce. After a couple of Sooners were pushed back a couple of times, but then finally Baker Mayfield, 18-yard touchdown pass to Sterling Shepard, who after he catches it, gets some yak yards, jumps over a defender, and I don't even know how it had to be aerobic. You did the aerobics, right? Like the little stretch of the thing, and that had to be what that was, man. 31-14, Sooners now ahead. Now they need to get a stop, and they win the game. And you know what? They do. Because Joshua Dobbs' pass on 3rd down is picked off by Zach Sanchez, number 15, and that is your ball game, people. That's it. That's the final play of the game. Holy mama. How exciting was that? That was even exciting to even talk about. Now, Riley's right call of the game. This one is actually not one of the touchdowns, but it is one of Sterling's other, 2 touchdowns, so 3 catches. 3 catches. This one was actually a 3rd and 4. So it would have been 4th down. Now, Baker Shaker shakes him off again. In fact, I think 2 or 3 Tennessee Vols might have had him, but gets away from them. Sees Sterling. I don't even know if he saw Sterling or not, but he knew he had to get rid of the ball. He had 1 play left, and somehow the Shep it is just there, and the ball just magically just lands right in his arm mitts, 1 foot inbounds for an 18-yard pickup on 3rd and 4, and that was actually on the game-tying drive. So that would have basically left them at 4th and 4 if he would not have done what he did. But what a catch by the Shep. And then the Stoopsy stop of the night. You could have done many ways on this thing. The defense played so well after about 12-14 in this. Well, after 12-14 in the second quarter, only giving up the 1 touchdown in overtime. But I think you have to go to the double overtime and go to Zach Sanchez with the INT to win the game. So now we're set for Tennessee. Tulsa, I'm sorry. Both teams undefeated. 11 a.m. Saturday morning. By the way, that is Bob Stoops' home 100th home game. So hopefully you guys will be there. I will be. See, there's the ticket right there. Hopefully you guys have yours too. If not, at least the other day, they still had some tickets left over, returned by to you. You can go to Soonersports.com, go to click on the tickets, or you can call 1-800-456-GO-OU for ticket info. All right, guys. Well, as you guys know, I am on Twitter @SoonerFanOK. I'm on Facebook. Look for me, Harry James Taylor. You'll find me. And I'm also on Periscope @SoonerFanOK. Guys, thanks for watching. What a game! What a game, guys. Right? Woo. By the way, I forgot if I said this earlier, but the Tennessee fans, they were super duper nice. They were great college football fans. So, my hat is off to you guys. You guys were great hosts. And what a great game that was for college football. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, Boomer Sooner!